What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Madam Adam, and it is time for another Honest Tarot deck review. Today, we are talking about Midnight Magic, a tarot deck of mushrooms by Sara Richard. This deck is beautiful, first and foremost. Without diving too far into the guidebook, before I busted open the guidebook and started reading through it, the deck itself is just gorgeous. So wait until you see the images, but the back of the cards look like that. It yields upright and inverted, but the art is gorgeous. Sara Richard's style is truly stunning, and it is a little it's a little spooky-ooky. I mean, it's a little macabre, I would say. The backgrounds of the cards are very dark and mysterious and stuff like that. So just wait till you see the cards. They're gorgeous. But Midnight Magic, a tarot deck of mushrooms by Sara Richard. On the back here it says, illuminate your path with the beautiful fungi of the forest and beyond. Discover Midnight Magic, where you'll find 78 unique tarot cards rooted in the mysterious world of mushrooms. Based on the Rider-Waite deck, these cards depict traditional tarot through fungi. From the authoritative red-capped fly as the Emperor, to the brightly colored chicken of the woods as the impetuous fool, and so many more. Created by renowned artist Sara Richard, this deck is filled with magical artwork reflecting the hidden and enchanting power of mushrooms. Super cool. I found this at Earthbound, I think, and Dustin he loves mushrooms, the way they look. He's got a mushroom cosplay that he does. It's like a little mushroom person. So he found this for me at Earthbound. It was like, you should check this out. So, and again, the deck is beautiful. So, Sara Richard is an Eisner and Ringo Award nominated artist from New Hampshire. Her art is inspired by Art Nouveau, Art Deco, funerary imagery, and the natural world. Her creations tend to skew into the macabre and unknown. There we go. And with the balance of sweetness and sentiment, honoring the Victorian era theme of Memento Mori. As a native of New Hampshire, Sara grew up surrounded by trees and plenty of wild mushrooms. When not making art or writing, she's watching horror movies, cleaning forgotten gravestones with her mom, and collecting possibly haunted curios from the 19th century. Her online gallery can be found at sararichard.com, which I will be putting in the description of this video. Simon & Schuster. Yeah. Adams Media. Meet the authors, watch videos, and more at simonandschuster.com. Love that. Let's dive into the guidebook. The box, though, super cool, beautiful, yields its own carrying case. It's got a lip in here for the cards to fit snugly, but yeah, really cool. It yields a carrying case. You can keep them in here if you'd like. We love that. Guidebook. Let's see. The back has her info once more. And what did I want to tell you about this? Here we go. The consumption of, they have the warning label in here, of course. The consumption of wild mushrooms that have been misidentified may cause serious illness or even death. Never under any circumstances should wild mushrooms be ingested that have not been professionally confirmed as edible. It is the sole responsibility of the reader to positively identify any wild mushrooms they harvest. The author and publisher do not accept liability for any injury, loss, or incidental or consequential damage incurred by reliance on the information provided in this book. This information for this book is for entertainment purposes only. So don't go eating mushrooms just because you read this. Let's see. Yes, I wanted the about the deck bit. All right. This tarot deck and guide strive to encompass the spirit of each type of mushroom and connecting it to its corresponding tarot card. The deck's illustrations embrace the texture of a black velvet canvas, highlighted with organic swirls that will reveal new details in each viewing. Definitions within this guide are aligned with the classic Rider-Waite tarot set. As with other tarot sets, the interpretations vary slightly, but the symbolism and fundamental meanings remain the same. I talk about this all the time. A tarot card means what it means. The image is just meant to elaborate on the basic meaning or to give further understanding or new ideas or perspective to it. So I love that it's still, they're like, it means what it means, but like, let's elaborate. As you use this deck, connect yourself to the spirit of this set. Try using it outdoors, in a forest, surrounded by foraged mushroom species, or while wearing a mushroom necklace. You could also draw a small mushroom sketch to keep nearby or sip some warm mushroom tea. Open yourself up completely to productive messages that want to come to you. Before you begin reading, promise yourself that you'll keep an open and expandable mind, always important when reading in general. Compel yourself to rely on your intuition, that initial gut feeling you have, even if doubts try to sneak in later. Doubts are the cognitive reasoning that come after the gut feeling, which is why intuition is defined as something that you innately understand without the cognitive. You know yourself best, and if you're feeling genuinely guided by something, believe yourself. Very good. Once you found a comfortable space to do your reading, prepare for your session with short meditation. Hold your cards in a stack or in a fanned shape like a mushroom cap near your heart or third eye while concentrating on forming a bond with the set. Say out loud, I'm ready to learn. Very nice. They have a section here, how to read tarot cards. Let's dive into that. Engaging with this tarot deck is easy, but there are some things to keep in mind. First, compose yourself in a quiet and comfortable space. Sure. Sit with the soles of your feet evenly on the ground. This is called grounding yourself. In other words, balancing your mental, emotional, and physical states in productive harmony while connecting to the natural world. Allow yourself to feel nourished and powerful as you imagine connecting to the vast underground networks of threads that sustain mushrooms. Very cool. So I love that. This is very beginner friendly. Interpreting the cards. Keep in mind there is no right or wrong way to interpret the cards. I disagree. That is left up to your intuition. No, they mean what they mean. Your interpretation of that meaning, though, can ebb and flow and change, but the deck cards mean what they mean. If you feel comfortable and connected to a particular deck, you will receive genuine results. Before you start analyzing, thoughtfully look over the cards and try to take in the big picture before beginning your interpretation. Let the quiet moment fuel your intuition. Graciously let the cards speak first. I love that. Try to dismiss any negative feelings that arise about being wrong. That's a good tip. Don't assume you're going to be wrong about it. If an answer seems off, perhaps that message just needs a little more time to come to fruition, or maybe you haven't seen the message yet. Keep your eyes open. You are the interpreter here, so allow that confidence to guide you to find answers that help yourself or someone important to you. The only thing that I don't like about that paragraph is that in no way, shape, or form did they suggest that you refer to this guidebook for interpreting. They just said there's no right or wrong way, trust your intuition, but like you need to refer to this source to know what they mean, you know? Interesting. They have a bit about shuffling and stuff. Additional tips, consider keeping a notebook to record what's revealed. After doing a reading for someone else, make sure to mentally disconnect yourself from them. I already do that like on a daily basis, but that's a wonderful way of putting it. Imagine a cord that is responsibly unbound or thoughtfully severed. Like consciously remove yourself from the read. That's a wonderful tip. When you finish a session, respectfully store your cards and thank the energies around you for their help. Wash your hands to further complete the session. Good habit after handling wild mushrooms as well. I've only recently just started washing my hands in between readings. It's a good practice. Spreads are in here as well. Let's look at some of these card definitions that they have in here. Let's go straight to the Lovers. All right, Caesar's mushroom is what we have for the Lovers card. It looks like that. You'll see it in the deck review. Caesar's mushroom is a virulent and edible mushroom that bursts forth from an egg sac in late summer. Just as the Lovers card represents relationships, this mushroom forms a strong bond with oak trees, sharing beneficial nutrients with the roots in return for necessary carbon. Caesar's mushroom was a favorite ingredient used in meals for ancient Roman emperors and has reportedly been consumed for at least 2,000 years. Okay, so the upright keywords they have are love, relationships, harmony, soulmates. You lost me. You actively lost me. Meaningful alliances and harmonious unions abound with the appearance of this card. If you have a long-term goal or are in a relationship, expect things to be in balance and functioning smoothly. Stay true to yourself, and harmony and reciprocity in relationships will follow. So no way, shape, or form did they imply any Gemini energy or any choice energy. There was nothing in here about making decisions or choices. It was all about love, romance, and relationships. So the reverse is self-love, disharmony, imbalance, baggage. Yeah. You may need to practice turning your love inward. A reverse lover's card asks you to prioritize self-care over any external relationships at this time. You may also recognize past emotional baggage as your source of your imbalance. This issue may be affecting you greatly, so it's worth it to explore the topic. I'm disappointed. I really hoped. See, that's the disconnect. Is sometimes cards are gorgeous, but they're just not, they just don't speak the way I feel, the way I need them to, you know? So I find that very misleading. Let's see what else. Let's do the Three of Swords while we're at it. They have the broken down by elements. The minor's broken down by elements. Wands is raw emotions, passions, new ideas. No, emotions are cups. So your motivations and your journey, cautious of acquiring inflated ego. What about spirituality? That's supposed to be in there too. Water, imagination, creativity, and emotion. But you just said fire was deep emotion. So which is it? You know, they do need to have their borders so that we can make sense of them. Air, intellect, leading with your head. Cool. Earth, it just says the Pentacle suit in this deck is fertile with many hidden, buried, or financially revered mushrooms, like the prized truffle, as well a well-known culinary treasure, as the suit that represents the financial and material world. There we go. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. All right, so let's see. Three of Swords. Are you going to go romantic with it, even though you just said that it's about logic and thinking? All right, Three of Swords. False morale. That's what the mushroom is. Brain-like, twisted versions of the sought-after edible morels. False morels are cripplingly poisonous, similar to the Three of Swords. Unfortunate message. Okay. Their dense, meaty stalks crouch among conifers, as opposed to the light. Hollow stalks of the edible variety, which prefer a unique habitat. Okay. That's interesting. Forgive me of all these fungi words I'm not saying properly. Bear with me. Upright, it says the key words are heartbreak, betrayal, medical attention. In no way, shape, or form should we be implying medical attention from a Three of Swords. That's not. This is a difficult card to receive, but heartbreak and betrayal pierce the vulnerable parts of anyone's life. Hurtful words used against genuinely good individuals are rarely legitimate. Thoughtfully address any medical issues, physical or mental, at this time. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, pulling a Three of Swords, according to this deck, is like, stuff's happening to you. And not like, in no way, shape, or form was that a logical or a brain, like they said, right? Like, come on now. Intellect and leading with your head is what swords, the air element, but this was about heartbreak, betrayal, and medical attention. Reversed is forgiveness, mental healing, and optimism. That's not, girl. I'm very disappointed in this. I thought this was going to be you know, very, I mean, it just goes to show that, in my opinion, some decks that are beautifully drawn, if the artist does the guidebook, the images are based on their understanding of what it is, and not every artist is as versed in what the card meaning should be. So that's why I like a collaboration. Like the last deck we did, Choose Your Own Adventure, it had an artist and a separate author, you know, and the author knew what the fuck she was talking about, and the artist gathered that and made the deck according to those definitions. So while I think this can be a good deck for beginners for the sake of learning, for me, for the sake of learning, like, I don't even know if I want beginners to get this because you're going to get false information, but like how to read the cards, shuffling the deck, interpreting additional tips, spreads. I appreciate the effort here. But to me personally, Midnight Magic, a tarot deck of mushrooms, is just a really, really pretty deck that I'm probably never going to use. So, or something that I have an idea to take gorgeous decks that I don't use and put them on a board and frame them because they are beautiful. So I love the card stock. I think they shuffle really well. A beautiful shuffle. I love the card stock. It's nice and sturdy. The images are beautiful. Truly gorgeous cards, but the book is a little misguided. It's a little lax for me. Some of these are very shallow definitions. Some of them are on the nose, you know. Death, transformation, new beginnings, transition, letting go. Reversal is resistance to that. Absolutely, but we went romantic in places that we shouldn't have, in my opinion. So, I don't know. That's what I think. What do you think? Feel free to disagree if you would like, but those definitions are a little shallow to me, and I'm not sure that I like this for beginners or experienced readers. You know, I still like to refer to the guidebook and use what's given, because if this is what this is intended for and why you made the deck this way, I'm not sure I'm going to use it. But again, the cards are really pretty. They're gorgeous. We're not denying anything like that, but her art style is incredible, but yeah, no, it's all her. Yeah, it's all her. So, I mean, I'm like, just, you know, again, I'm just a little disappointed. So, but this just goes to show that there can be a big disconnect between an artist and what they know about tarot and why they want to make a deck. But yeah, it's a little, the definitions can be a little shallow and overtly romantic, and that's not constructive to me personally. So a beautiful deck. I'm not sure I'll use it. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think of the cards. Truly enjoy looking at the art because it is beautiful. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Thank you for commenting and watching and subscribing. And I will see you next time for our next tarot deck review. A look at Midnight Magic tarot deck and guidebook of mushrooms is coming up right now.